Hello, this is Hashim al. I'm doing a book review presentation about a leadership book, and this to fulfill a requirement for a leadership class. The book name is Leadership 2, and the authors are Bradbury and Graves. I'm gonna give an overview summary about the book, and I'm gonna talk about the leadership components that was discussed in this book. As many leadership books offer only general point about being charismatic, some others refer to leadership as a vision, or others give a guidelines to be a successful leadership. But in Leadership 2, the authors divide the leadership into 22 specific skills for an effective leader, and that can be implemented in the workplace. And of the most silent issue raised in this book, it introduced a pragmatic leadership, and also it's identified skill levels and has an effective tools that can help us adapt leadership. And as I just said, that leadership delivers a skill required by a leader in a clear steps for increasing the 22 core and adaptive leadership skills. And the core skills are for those people get into leadership positions, and that gonna be applied with the practice will be sharpen their ability to lead. On the other hand, the adaptive leadership skills are for those that set great leadership apart. And in the following screen, you're gonna see a picture that include all the components of the core leadership and the adaptive leadership. Core leadership include strategy, action, and results, while adaptive leadership include emotional intelligence, organizational justice, character, and development. Strategy in a core leadership include vision, acumen, planning, and courage to lead. Vision mean inspired leaders take their employees and the organization in a new direction. So this requires the ability to envision a new reality for others that they can see and want to pursue. Acumen, well, what we can say is that safety leaders possess an up-to-date understanding of the broader issues affecting their field of expertise and their organizations. For planning, leaders must accurately anticipate upcoming events to set appropriate goals and get things done. Last, courage to lead. Courageous leaders stand strong in the face of adversity and take necessary risk to achieve results. So with the action, we got a decision making, and this action is required. So decision making, effective leaders make sound decisions that consider multiple options, seek input from others where appropriate, and are reached in a timely manner. And next is communication. When leaders create an open environment in which thoughts are expressed freely and information flows easily, they increase the effectiveness of their organization. The last thing is mobilizing others. Leaders must motivate and influence those around them. By mobilizing other leaders, move the organization as a whole toward obtainable and seemingly unobtainable result. So here we come to the results, and the results require risk taking, when leaders must be able to maneuver through situations that require them to push the envelope, risk their status in the organization, and stand behind a chosen course of action. Next is result focus. Leaders who achieve results stay focused, get and keep their people focused, and do whatever is necessary to see things through. Last, agility. Leaders who are constant to reach their goals are constantly adapting to their surrounding. They respond quickly to uncertainty and change to function effectively. And next, we're gonna move to the adaptive leadership. And the first component of the adaptive leadership is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence requires self-awareness, and that the ability to accurately perceive your emotion in the moment and understand your tenderness across situation. Next is self-management. Using awarenesses of your emotion to stay flexible and direct your behavior positively. This means managing your emotional reactions to situation and people. Next is social awareness, the ability to accurately pick up on other people's emotions and understand what is really going on with them. Next is relationship management, using awareness of your emotions and those of others to manage interactions successfully. We're gonna move now to organizational justice, which requires decision fairness. Leaders need to understand how people perceive fairness and then reach decision through a fair process to increase the satisfaction, productivity, and retention of their employees. Next is information sharing. Once decision has been made, employees must understand how the decision was reached and how specifically it impacts them. Next is outcome concern. A true leader is genuinely concerned with the welfare of others and is able to express this concern on personal level with everyone he or she leads. And moving to character, which requires integrity. Integrity is the melding of ethics and values into action. Individuals who displays this quality operate with core set of beliefs that inspires admiration and support from others. Credibility. Leaders who can be around on and whose actions and opinions are sound gain the support and commitment of those around them. Last, values differences. Leaders who value and capitalize on the differences between people maximize their contributions and achieve better results. Last thing in the adaptive leadership is development, which requires lifelong learning so to stay on top of their game. Effective leaders learn about themselves and their environment and use this knowledge to develop their abilities along many dimensions. Next and last in this book is developing others. Leaders must provide their people with ample opportunities to grow and build new skills. So, we just gone over all the 22 core and adaptive leaderships. And by the end of this book, it has a self-assessment that called 360, which is really a practical and give you an instant result. It has a passcode if you want to go in and buy this book. So test result will give the scores for all the 22 cores and adaptive leadership skills, and it also give the specific and good behavior responsible for each score, and also direct to which of the leadership strategies will increase leadership skills the most. I think it's a good book, especially for leaders who want to move from being a good to a great leadership. Okay, the book is practical, intuitive, and written in words that are easily to read. Again, thank you for listening, and goodbye.